Okay guys, before we go on to embellishing the outside of our mini, we got to do the pocket, the little mini albums inside the mini album. This is not this is my demonstration one. So in my original one, I don't remember what I did, and I didn't feel like, I just made a new one, which I like this better anyways. What I do with both of them. So they're similar, but I made these two. One looks like a wallet, and one is just like a flip out. And then this one is a wallet with a magnet, and it opens, and then you could just put your photos like that and mount it there. So that's what I'm gonna make that with you right now. And then the rest of the journaling cards are just gonna be what I cut out of the collection, and then they'll go in the pockets. So let's get started. These are just my sample ones. I'll actually leave them out that I made for this mini. And let's make the ones for this one in gold. Gold and white. All right, so the first one that I'm going to make, I'll start with the hard one, which it's not hard at all. I have everything cut out. We're going to make this wallet. So I have everything ready to go, but I'll just go through it with you. I didn't attach anything. So let's start with everything that you're going to need cut out. These are the decorative papers that go on it. This is cardstock. That's decorative paper. Okay, on the inside of this, I only put decorative paper on the outside. I'm leaving it blank on the inside, so you could just mount your photos, and the black will be the border around your photo. So it'll strictly just be for pictures. I'm going to do the same with this one. All right, so to start, we need to cut a piece, and on this piece is the outside frame. I cut this I used the thicker cardstock. You can actually use a very thin piece of chipboard if you want, like a cereal box or something, if you want. That might be a little too thick, but this is the 110-pound cardstock. If you don't have the thick cardstock, I would recommend cutting two of these and gluing them together just to make your outside a little thicker, if you're using 65-pound cardstock or less. But your inside pages can be the thinner stuff. All right, so we need this one piece. This is going to be our outer part of the envelope. I mean the wallet, this part. And you need to cut this at 3.5 by 11. And I'll tell you where to score it. I'm going to tell you what you need to cut. So one of these at 3.5 by 11. Okay, now with your just regular thin cardstock, you need to cut 4 pieces at, I know I wrote it on the back here, 3 by 10. So cut 4 pieces at 3 by 10. And my batteries are going to die. All right, so I'm going to have to pause this video once again. Okay, let's try it again. I charged up the battery. Okay. So I don't know where I left off, so I'm going to tell you we're going to score one piece that's going to be the cover of the wallet at 3.5 by 11. And then we're going to cut, you need 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces, 3 inches by 10 inches. And we need, no, 4 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if I said that. And then for the little flap, you need a piece cut at 1.5 by 4. Okay? The decorative paper to go on top, you're going to need 2 pieces, one for the front, one for the back. And you cut that at 5 inches by 3 1/4. Cut 2 of them. And then these are for the, this will be for the inside, 5 1/4 by 3 1/2. 2 of them. Then the covering for the latch, or whatever you want to call it, I cut this at, you'll need 2 of them, cut at 1 1/4 by 1 1/2. Cut 2 of them. Okay? All right, so I'm going to put the decorative paper aside because first we're going to work on putting this together. So first of all, take your cover piece, the thicker piece, the one that's 3.5 by 11. We're going to take our scoreboard and we're going to lay it across the 11 width, and then we need to score it. Go to your 5.5 mark on your scoreboard, but don't score it there. Make close up on this. So here I am, that's the 5.5 mark right there. But you want to go one notch over and score it. And I already did mine. So I would score it there, and then back at the 5.5, go the next one on the other side. So you want, go to your 5.5 mark, but don't score it on the 5.5. You want to score it on each notch next to it. So that's going to give you that little 1/4 of an inch right in the center that's going to make our fold. Then on your wallet piece, since I have the scoreboard out, on the latch or whatever, you're going to do the same thing, similar, only you're going to score it on the 2 and one mark in front of the 2. Okay? So it's going to give you that look, that design. And then you can take, you can either just fold these pieces in half, or you can score them at the 5 so you get a nicer fold. And those are your 3x10s. I already went ahead and scored all my stuff and taped it all up so we can get through this quicker for you. Okay, so now what you want to do is crease your score marks. So this is the cover that I'm working with, the 3.5 by 11. And we did those 2 score marks, so now I want to crease it so I get a nice sharp fold on it. There. So now you should have that, which is going to give us room to fill this up. Alright, so second of all, now you do want to get your decorative paper, the ones that you're going to put on your inside. And that would be the 5 1/4 by 3.5. Take your score tape off, or glue it on however you want. Whatever your choice is going to be of adhesive. You get the score tape off, and then we're going to adhere it to the inside of the wallet. And I cut this so you don't want to go over your score lines. You want to be just inside those score lines because you don't want to interfere with it. But I cut it so that it's going to be the same width. We're not leaving a border around this one. So get it right to your edges. And it should line up. If you line it up to this edge, you should have a little bit left, and that's okay. Before your score mark. That's quite fine. I wanted it that way. You're not going to see it. So go ahead and attach the other one. Do you guys ever wonder, doesn't it look dangerous when I was rewatching the video how I use this knife? And you wonder, I do cut myself all the time. In fact, I was just in the shower today and I noticed I had a big cut on my scratch on my stomach. I'm like, what the heck? Well, here, I think when I score and I went forward and I sliced my stomach. I've sliced my leg, thrown it in the garbage, and I slice my hands all the time. All right, let's turn this so I can line it up with these edges. That looks good. Okay, so that's going to be the inside. And now we're going to take our pages, the 3x10s, we have 4 of them. Go ahead and fold them in half. On 2, fold them all in half, and only on 2 of them, you're going to score. Don't score over your score mark where you fold it, your fold line, but outline one whole side, both sides of 2 of them, like I did. You want to go with your tape right inside the score line on both sides. Don't cover up the fold or whatever it is. Go on the perimeter. Okay, so now let me just burnish this really good. So now what we're going to do, I have them all folded. And you're going to undo one, you're going to have one, you're going to unfold one, take the tape off of. All right, so what's going to happen, this is what we're going to do. The one with all your tape on it, we're going to attach it in the middle, so you are going to have that border around. That's why I cut this shorter. Go all the way to the edge of your paper here, of your decorative paper, and you do want that lip going around, okay? So you're going to attach it this way on this side. So undo your, well, first what you're going to do is we're going to attach this, like, don't attach it yet. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's easier to do it this way. Then on your next, your other one is going to go there. So that's why we taped these up. Okay? So we're going to have pages that open this way and pages that open this way. So put the other taped one aside. Take one that's not taped. And you're going to, before you adhere this down on this side, just, I want you to line it up so you have your tapes going in the right way. You're going to peel the score tape off of this side. So score tape down so it opens this way on the outer flap. Take the score tape off of here. Okay. And now you want to put the 2 together. Okay? Just like this. Put your, get it as even as you can, and that should be perfect. Okay, so what we did was we created this. Now make sure you seal your tape up. Okay, so now we have this. Your score tape should be there where we're going to attach it to here, and now you should have, this just makes a thicker page, but it makes 1 page, 2 page for your photos. Now we can attach this one. And this one I want to add glue because it's going to stick on this glossy paper, or the paper period. And of course my glue's been sitting here, so I got to unclog the top. Okay. I'm using this to the last drop. I have a big bottle that I always refill the little bottle, but I actually think this bottle's seen better days now. Alright, you don't have to go nuts with it. It's not going to be that. So make sure it's opening in the right way. You want your folded edge to go right before that. So see, we're going to have 3 pages. We're going to tack it down. I'm actually going to close it and attach it this way because I want this to be lined up with that paper. Actually, I'm going to go all the way to my score mark. No, I'm not. I'm going to go to the decorative paper. Okay? There. So that's one side done. That's glued down. You're gonna, that can be a photo mat right there. I didn't get this as straight as I wanted to, but it's okay. I can actually put something here to make a pocket. So I think that's what I'll do since I didn't get it on there straight. So now we have these pages. Just make sure you get this one lined up with that one. So we're gonna do the same thing over here now, only this time this fold will go against here and it'll open this way. And then you want to take this piece of paper and glue it together like that. Okay, so I'm gonna reverse that because I wrote on that size, but it's the same thing. All right, so let's peel our tape off here, glue our papers together. That's gonna open that way, so we want this to go here. It's as good as it's gonna get. Okay, so now we have that. Our score tape's on the bottom. Now peel that off, put your glue on, and glue it to here. Look at the bubble. Alright, we'll just run 10 minutes more into this video because I'm determined not to go get my other glue. Every time I go down I forget, and I'm not going. And I want to get this video finished for you guys so you have all parts up at the same time. I couldn't. I think it's toast. But. Alright, so now make this as even as you can with that side, so it's uniform. There. Okay, now you can take a little piece of decorative paper. You're gonna have to cut it smaller than that and put it in between there, you know. But I'm not gonna. Okay, so now it's optional to you if you want to leave these blank or put paper on them. I'm going to leave mine blank because you could, this is too big of a photo, but when you crop your photo and put it on there, it'll border it around. Yeah, you wouldn't do a 5x7, obviously. That's just what I have sitting up in front of me. That's actually me and my two boys. He's 25 now and he's 21 now. He made me a grandma. We don't get to see that baby. We go to court December 16th. It's 7 months old. Because she won't let none of us see the baby. They're not together, so. All right, enough of that babble. Now we want to do our, whatever this is. This. Okay, so your shorter end is going to go on the back, so determine which is your front and which is your back. And I didn't put score tape on this yet, so I will do that now. Paper's going to go on top of this, so you only have to do one, but you want to put your score tape on the inside because it's going to attach like that. Or glue or whatever you want. And I'm going to adhere paper over that so I'm comfortable with it, just like this. Of course, not like that. I'm trying to go so fast I'm ripping off my score tape. There. All right, so now line this up into the middle. And go before the first, you know, don't go over the score line. Okay. Don't go over your score line, but get it to where it looks like it's in the middle, and that is, and then press it down. And then those two score lines will form to your fold to close it up. Gotcha. Now we need a magnet. I'm going to put the magnet on the front cover and on here. If you don't want a magnet, you can use Velcro. Wallets have Velcro, right? And if you use Velcro, then that obviously will go on top of all your decorative paper, so you'd put that on last. See how this just rips my nails apart? One, two. All right, so you want to put your first magnet here, and I have enough glue on my lid here. I'm gonna chance it, guys, and burn the heck out of my fingers because my glue is empty, and use my hot glue. All right, put it closer to the middle. Leave plenty of room to go around that magnet. It's a small piece of paper we're working with. See, that magnet gets hot with that hot glue, so don't do this. But I have to because... All right, then make sure which side of your magnet is gonna stick to that side. So those two stick, so I know I need the glue to go on this side, because then it'll turn over and go on there. So put the glue. You can see some swearing if I burn myself. I screwed it up because I need to mark it first. So I'll let that get hard. You can take a pencil. If I can't get glue out of there. There. I just wrote with a pencil because my glue's dried. I usually do it with the glue and then close it so I know where my magnet should go. And it made a little circle. So you can do that. All right, let me pick that glue that dried already off. And place it right there. Youch, that gets hot. Alright, I'm just going to put tape over one of them because it's not wet glue, so that's not going off, but I still don't want them to pull off. Okay, so we got that. Now let's put our decorative paper on this front. Get this bottle tipped over ahead of time. The bad thing about this glue is you can't leave it tipped upside down so your glue stays in the bottom because it comes out. And I have such a little bit left, but I'll get it down in there. Alright, so I already score taped all this. I'll peel off my score tape, and again we're using the piece that measures, do the one that you want on your front, 5 by 3 1/4. Okay, put glue on that magnet and go all around it like we've been doing. And glue this piece of paper in the center. And then go ahead and line it up to how you want it positioned. Make sure it looks uniform all the way around your edging. And that does. There. Secure all around that magnet. Now your little pieces of decorative paper. Gonna want to get, see? Gonna want to get the glue all on that magnet and around it. Take your score tape off. Such a little piece. and adhere it down. Could have cut this one a little bigger. No, because I didn't want to interfere with my fold. That's why I didn't do it. But I do have to erase my pencil mark. Thought you weren't going to see it. All better. Okay, now it left a nice mark. Okay, so that's down. Close it up and do it on this side. This side, the back, is going to get covered with our other paper, so that's why you only need to do it on the front and the back of this. Now this will go here. Such small pieces, hard to work with. And put that in the center. Now if you want to add some bling or trim to the end, this apparently wouldn't be, but you can add like a little stone or something to the end. You could glue it on there. It'll help with holding on to it. But now look how cute. We have this little wallet that you can turn the pages and put your pictures on there. So let's see how many pictures we get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pictures right in this little wallet. Now if you wanted to, you could get really fancy and make them pockets, so you could pull pockets out, and you could put decorative paper here to make a pocket. I don't really think it's necessary. See, you could put a photo there. I'm not going to do that because I just want the photos to go there. Okay, so now we'll turn it over. We're going to get our other piece of paper for the back. I'm making a mess because I'm not cleaning up my tape as I go. I'm trying to go fast. I have a Pampered Chef party to go to as soon as I'm done doing this. Put your glue on this and around it because it's, you know, bubbled up. Get some in the middle. And then make sure, I used 2 different papers for this. Just, you can use the same paper if you want. I just used scraps. I didn't. All right, look how cute. Now we have this little wallet mini that's going to go in our front pocket like this on one of our pages. And it fits so nicely right there in that little pocket. Tell me that is not adorable. You could put it up this way, but it's a little tall. No, it's not. So you could put it whatever way you want. But regardless, it's a little wallet that fits right in our pocket, which is why we made these pockets a little bigger. All right, now I'm going to show you this other style, and I'll be right back. All right, this one's going to be a lot faster. I did the harder one first. All this is like a flip out, whatever you want to call it. You know, you're looking at it. This is the cover, which you could put photos or something on it so it looks like a photo sleeve. However you want to embellish the front of it. I didn't. I'm just showing you how to make it. I don't, you know, I might have a stamp or cut out words. But it opens then like this. Let me go out. Here go the dogs barking. So yeah, it's like accordion. So then you can, this will be the cover. It'll tuck in the book like this. I'm not going to adhere paper to all these. You can if you want the paper to frame it out, but I'm just using it for photos. So the matting around it is fine for me. I want to get a bigger photo, and I think it's just cool. So you open it up and you got photos 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and if you want to put one on the front, you can. So let's get started with that. Here go the dogs, sorry. Okay, I already taped and taped everything that I needed taped, but you're going to cut 1, 2, 3. You can cut more if you want to make it bigger and glue more on, but I don't recommend it because it's already going to get full and it's thick enough to be in your book. So you're going to cut 3 pieces at 3 1/4 by 10. And I have 3 of them here. Put it in your score or fold it in half right at the 5. So we got 3 of those, and then you're going to need 1 decorative piece for the cover. If you want more than that to cover each and every one, then you'd obviously cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I only did 1. So that is at 3 inches by 4 3/4. Okay, so let's put that aside. So I went ahead and already taped up how you need to tape this. This one's not going to have any tape on it at all. Your 2 other pieces, you're only going to tape 1 square on both of them. Can you see? I did this one and this one. So now what you're going to do, and there might be a different way of doing this. I don't know. You could do 12 by 12 paper and fold where you don't have to cut as much. I just had to whip this together, and this is how I do it, and this paper's thin enough. So what you're going to do now is take off your score tape. And you're going to line up the back of one of these with here. Just like that, making it even. See, so then it's going to keep folding. See, then you take the next one, we're going to flip it and put it that way. Easy peasy. But that's what I think I'm going to do. I'm not going to have time to do it in the tutorial, but I think I'm going to cut out letters or use chipboard letters and put photos across here, the word photos. Actually, I might even use one of those cards. Let me look. All right, so I got my tape picked off, and now I want to attach it to this one. Don't cover up your fold. Just go right below it. Get your edges even. If you mess it up and your edges aren't even, you can always trim it with the scissors. Alright, there you go. So now they should all be folding in the opposite way. If you didn't, just fold them, make them go that way. So I like it to open this way, so if you pull it out and then you can, ta-da! Alright, so now take your decorative piece and put it on the front. And then embellish it the way you want. And that is done, my friends. Easy, easy. No need to glue. This is just going to be small for photos. Nothing's going to be magnetized or anything. There's the cover. Now you open it up and then you'll have that pull out of all kinds of photos. And then we tuck that in one of the other pockets in our pages. It can go like that, or it can lay down like that, however you choose. So now we have all these journaling cards that I cut out of the paper collection that I'm using. I don't know what paper collection you're using, but this is what the sheet looks like. And I just cut them all up. You can mat these on cardstock if you want to add photos, but these are just for decoration. These are journaling spots. Actually, this would probably look really cute on top of here, the photo thing that we just made. In fact, I think that's what I am going to do. I'm going to glue one of these. Which one do I want? I could do you and me. Oh, which one do you like better? I think I like the you and me just because we'll see. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to attach mine to that. So best day ever, happy, noted, my favorite things, the best is yet to come, you and me, friends. I'm going to put you and me, just in case you want this. I like that. See? Let me attach it. But anyways, with the rest of them, I just tuck them in the pockets. And you can, I'm not going to mat these, because if you want to put notes on the back or photos still. I mean, you don't really need the matting, but it's good enough. Let me get this on. I like that. See? Ideas come to you. Now I'm complete. So cute. Look at that. You and me, babe. Alright, now tuck that in the pocket. I like it to go like that. So yeah, then I just take the rest of these, and we could leave them because you could journal on the back or even mount a photo. And then they will all go in the pockets that we created. You could put some in the front, behind that wallet. Put a couple in here. There we go. Put a couple in here. And you can also add, you know, just put pictures. That's why I like the backs of these. I think they would be cute to mount your pictures on. Leave the fronts blank. Love. There. So see? We are done. Now I'm going to come back. I'm going to go pick out the embellishments that I want to embellish the front of this with. And that'll be the end of this video, and your book is done. Look how cute all those little tags are for the photos. And then we have our mini and a mini. And our wallet mini and a mini. I love it, guys. Alright. I'll be right back to embellish this thing. Okay, so now the fun starts of embellishing. The last but not least. So I pulled out a bunch of trims because I know I want to put some trim along this top. And I just got a few out to play with to show you. Well, I had to pick them out too. So I just got a bunch of different ones to see what they look like, because this is how I do it. I don't know. And my choice was that one. It doesn't really do too much for me. And then I had some of this, which I thought was pretty. This was Hobby Lobby trim. And I could put that along the top, but it doesn't do nothing for me on there either. And I won't bore you with the rest. Then I have this old string of pearls that I could have put along the top, but I didn't want to do that either. So I'm just showing you how I sit and play with stuff in my stash. And what I came up with, which is kind of cool, I will show you. I even have this feather that would look really cool on one, but it doesn't match this one. So we're going to keep that for a future one. But anyways, look at this. I picked this up at Walmart a couple months ago, and it's a valance, and it's just one valance, and I think it was like $4 or $5. No more. I know I didn't pay more than $5 for it. And it has this beautiful, it's just a sheer lace, which I could take it apart now that you're on because I have to cut it. But look at the beautiful lace trim that's on this and how much you get. So let me go ahead and open this. So I thought that was cool. I bought it strictly to use, and this is the perfect project for it because it looks really pretty on there. But yeah, less than $5, and I'll have trim to do many projects. Of course, the way they seal these things up. Well, I won't keep you. Let me get this cut. Well, hold on. Let me just show you while I got you on here. So, look at this. I will have all this beautiful lace to work with, and look how gorgeous it is. And look, I think that's probably a yard or more. So I thought it was cool. So I'm going to cut that off because I want that to go across the front of my purse. I'll be back when I get it all cut off. Okay, so I cut my piece of lace off of the curtain, and I'm going to glue it to the top, just along that edge, and look how cool that looks. It's just see-through enough, but yet it just really looks cool. So that's what I'm going to glue across the top. You could go all the way around the sides if you want to kind of cover up that, but I'm not going to do, I don't want to do that. Okay, so let me start with, and then this is going to be my, I remember I showed you the other closure. Well, I decided not, because I didn't want the black in this one. So I found this in my stash that whenever these go on clearance at Michael's, I pick them up. And now it came in handy. I always use them. I don't need to do the jump ring on this, so I'm taking it off because I'm gluing it on. Get my little plier things. Of course, it's a good one, so it's really not coming off. So we have to use 2 tools to pry it off. I'm not good with my left hand. There. So I took that off, and I'm going to glue that like right in the center. Actually, it's sticking to my magnet, but no, I still have to glue it. So that's going to go there. Look how pretty. Can you see? So that's going to go there. My lace is going to go across here, and I'll probably cut this center dangly off so it just exposes that. And then of course my silver little things that are gold wooden things for the bottom, which I'll put those on last. I painted them gold. And then I also have these that I got from Saw Crafters, her flourish corners, and I painted them gold with spray paint. And they come like this. You get 2 of them for $1.79. I buy these because I use them on a lot of projects. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these on my corners like that on the front. And I'm going to use my E6000 for this. I could use, you can use that fabric tack, but I just want to use this E6000 because it's sitting right here, and I know these are going to get handled and they really won't come off with this stuff. So I'm going to put them on. I just put it on the back. And I'll glue one down here on each corner. You can use those Tim Holtz corner things too, which I was going to use, but I liked these. I used these on my other one. I think they're just real 3-dimensional. God, this glue stinks. I put that in this corner. And then I'm going to glue this on with my E6000 too. Now, I don't know if I want to put, I have these little metal flourishes that I got. I don't know if I want to glue that on top of it. It does give it a little more interest. I think I'll go ahead and do it. So I'm going to put some E6000 on this as well. We know this isn't going to go anywhere because it's also attached to our magnet, which is going to be hard to get it straight because see, that magnet's going to keep pulling it. See the dumb magnet? So I'm going to have to add hot glue so it dries right away. And then I'll put my E6000 all over the back of this, along with some hot glue. Ugh. And we'll lay that right on top. I hate glue strings. That's why I prefer not to use a glue gun. Oh, there's a stone missing out of that. Oh well, it still looks cool. Maybe that's why it was on clearance. It wasn't noticeable because it's real shiny, so I'll just put those things down and it'll be okay. There. It still looks like there's a rhinestone in there. And now I'll attach my, I want to zoom in and see it. Ta-da! Alright, now I'm going to attach my trim, and it's going to cover up that frayed paper that we have there. And this, I do use my glue gun. I put the lid back on this E6000. I hate glue strings. They're pet peeve. Alright, so I just want to start putting some glue at this corner and then attaching one corner at a time. Oh, I like it. I like it. I think I'm going to go back and get another one of these lace curtains, because I will have plenty of trim to work with for a long time. Now I'm going to trim my excess off this edge. There we go. I'm going to cut these danglies off of this corner because I don't want them to show. I mean, I don't want them covering up my thing, and then I'm going to glue that down better going that way. There. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to trim that one to only make it 2. Cut this one off. You can't see what I'm doing, but I'm just fixing my lace. Alright, save those for something else. What I did was, these danglies were hanging down long, and I just trimmed them off because I don't want to interfere with those corners. Now this dangly right here off of my lace, I'm going to cut that off too, because then it's cut out to where my opening shows, or my close. You know what it is. Alright. So there we go. Look how pretty. It'll stand up like that. That's all I'm going to do to embellish the front of this. I'm not going to do anything to the back. It's good as it is. You could put maybe a nameplate back there or something. But what I'm thinking is I kind of liked that metal piece that I just used. Let's see if I want to add one to the top. I could glue one there just to give it a little more interest. I think I'm gonna. I think I'm going to. It'll tie in with the darker gold. And there's there's no magnet there, so we shouldn't be having issues. I'll just hold that down for a few minutes because this glue takes a while to dry. Alright, that'll hold it so it dries, and I'll clean up the glue strings. So yeah, we are done with that part. Now let's glue on our feet to the bottom. Let me zoom out. And I'm going to put some hot glue on that. And I'm not going to measure, I'm just going to put one here. Actually, put my glue gun down there. I'll put one there. Sorry. Alright, sorry about that. That's when everyone's coming home. And I'm going to put glue there. Place one here. And that looks like you've got metal feet down the bottom of your purse. And then it just makes it stand up nice, because this would be just really beautiful standing up to be displayed like on a dresser in a bedroom or something. Teenage girl, or this one might be a little more vintagey since we put the lace on it. But there it is, the final project. Oh, one more thing, which I don't think I'm going to do because I don't have enough, but you can do hold on, I know I just bought something. Yeah, I don't have the right color, but I got some coming in the mail, like these pieces of trim or something. You can put them on your photo mats here. This doesn't match, but I'm just giving you an example. I have more of these pearl ones coming, but I'm not going to use green, obviously. They just haven't gotten here yet. And you can put them, because we have that groove cut out, so you can glue something right there. Actually, that heart doesn't look bad. It brings out the gold. And you could glue that there, so it's like a grasp thing to pull your photo mat out. So I'm not going to add anything now, or I got these brads with the flowers, or just a gold rhinestone or something. But I'm not going to do that now because I know what I want to put there, and it's coming in the mail. And then you probably also want to put, you know, like one on these things, or a button or something, like if you have a gold button on the ends of your things. So I can't show you that because they're going to come in the mail and I already know what I want. But there it is. This is done. I finished this tutorial. Let me go get this uploaded. There it is. There's our feet on the bottom. Look how nice. The back. It is, oh, you could put some trim on the back of here too if you want, but I'm not gonna. I just want it like that. I love it. Super duper cute. And what else? I wanted to show you the difference. See how nice this is standing up and it's not bending and it's real secure. Look, it's not wobbling. I mean, this thing is really tight and nice versus because I did the extra wrapping and the extra cardstock on my seams in the beginning. If you follow this whole in here, remember? And I used the thicker paper here because this one, it doesn't stand up nice at all. Look. Can you see that? It's too, it wants to do that. So therefore, using that cardstock along my Tyvek and wrapping wrapping was a big thing, because this one I didn't wrap. I just adhered my paper right on the chipboard. So that was a big thing because it holds your album better. So I recommend wrapping. All right, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please leave me a comment. Let me know how you liked it. And if you make one of these, please, I would love to see pictures or send me a video. And I hope you really enjoyed this. I'll talk to you later. Bye.